Hey, it's Kannon. Here comes Dixie. I am so excited that we've got your chance to meet Dixie on Zoom, a one-on-one, face-to-face virtual interview. You can ask her questions and chill for a little while. All you have to do to get qualified is subscribe to our channel. A new subscriber is going to win the chance to meet Dixie on Open House Party. Click subscribe.
The OHP Uncut Podcast with Kannon.
Hello.
Hi, Dixie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am amazing. It's so good to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Is it weird being the interviewee? Because I know, like, when I go on other shows, like, I get nervous. I'm weirded out by having to, like, answer the questions because I'm the host. You know what I mean?
I love answering questions. I don't really get nervous. I just get excited especially when people ask me different questions. I'm like, oh, okay.
First of all, happy birthday. It's almost
Thank
Leo
you.
season. I'm a Leo too. Leos are the best.
The best
Yeah.
sign by far. And we know it. And that's why we're the best.
Yeah. If you don't believe we're the best, ask us. We'll be happy to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to do for your birthday?
I have no idea. I feel like 20 is a weird age, but I'm also like scared to be 20. Like,
Right.
That's old.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it is. No, for real. I understand. Certainly you're not going to drink any alcohol. You're going to have to wait another year for that.
I know. It's like weird. Like, I'm not going to be a teenager anymore. That's crazy.
So you're not going to have a party or anything?
I don't know what I'm doing because I am working the day before and probably the day after. I have nothing on my schedule for my birthday, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do something.
So you have a show and it's really, really good. Have you ever had like an awkward guest or like one that went bad? I've got some crazy stories of interviews I've had that have just gone terribly.
There's definitely been some guests where I'm like, okay, I don't know what to say. Or if like I'm a fan of them, like Trippie Redd, I was like scared to have him on because I was like a fan and I was like, hey, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm fangirling, but
that's always the thing when you're a fan of someone. It's almost harder to interview those people.
Or Dave Portnoy kind of took over the video, which was kind of funny.
That's his personality. I could see that.
Yeah. But he was like asking me questions, but it was nice to have him on. He was a great guest.
I've had, so here's one weird thing that happened to me. I was interviewing Pharrell at a concert. It was like at a Pharrell concert. And they had me like interview him in front of people, like out in the lobby. People like, oh, there he is. And we were doing an interview live on the radio. And I asked about like old music. I asked like a question about something in the past. And he's like, I'm only answering questions about the album. And I was like, all right, man, we're going to get to that. I'm just kind of curious, like what led to this point? Tell me about, NERD and how this, And he's like, maybe you didn't hear me. I'm only answering questions about the album.
That's so scary.
I was young and hot-headed and there was people everywhere. There's no like redoing this. Like you're in front of people. I put down the microphone and walked away live on the radio. I swear I did.
That's terrifying. I don't know what I would do in that situation.
I mean, I was simultaneously pants as I walked away. If I had it to do over again, that's not how I would have handled that. I tweeted we were going to have you on. You retweeted that. Thank you, by the way. And it blew up. So I need to get to like fan questions because there's so many. I might have got in over my head a little bit. And I said I would answer him and I said I would shout him out. So I'm going to because I always do what I say I'm going to do. Glue said, would you ever take your show from YouTube to the big screen?
Probably not. I like having it on YouTube. I think no one, I mean, unless it was on like a streaming platform, I wouldn't want it anywhere else because I mean, I don't even have cable. So I only watch like streaming or YouTube. So probably not.
Yeah. People don't care anymore. I mean, you're on the platform people really give about. And maybe like you would do like a Netflix thing if you were doing something acting, right?
Yeah. But acting is not my thing. I'm not the best at it. So
Doa said, what does she miss most about not being famous?
I always say like serious things, but probably like a fun thing is just like being stupid sometimes and like going out and being crazy or like just doing what I want and like not worrying if someone's videotaping me.
Yeah.
I got like videotaped skipping across the street one time and everyone was like, she wants attention so bad. I'm like, I'm walking in my neighborhood. What do you mean?
You know what I noticed with you though? And I guess maybe it's everyone, like people pick you apart. I mean, what have you been canceled like 4 times? But like Like, some of them, you're just like, really? You found that about? Oh my God.
I mean, I just try to like stay true to myself. I know I'm a good person. I'm just here to make people happy. Like, that's what keeps me going. Like, the people who support me, who are like, you saved my life, you did this, you did that. I'm like, this is why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
People who don't like me for reasons, I'm like, okay, I wish you would give me the chance, but if not, that's fine. And I want to focus on the people who love me.
Yo, that's the healthy attitude. Have you ever, like, what's the weirdest that anybody's done to get close to you as a fan?
I've had some odd situations, but I've talked about this before, but a situation where someone was like, can I touch your eyebrows? And I was like, sure. And now we see each other all the time. And she's like, eyebrows. And I'm like, hey. And
this is like someone in your circle?
No, like a random person. I was at my friend's house and she was like outside waiting at the door. And like, now I see her all the time and we just chill. But I like those situations. I mean, obviously not like touching me is a little creepy sometimes, but situations where I can remember people and we can like have connections and not just like, here, throw a phone in my face, here's a picture. Like, I'd much rather have a conversation.
Yeah. Has anyone ever given you like a special gift or something they made for you that kind of like stood out to you and meant something to you?
I get a lot of fan art, which I love. I don't know. Down there, I have like pictures that fans have sent to me, and I love like that kind of stuff, or bracelets and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool fan art down there. I just saw that. No wonder you like put that up. That looks like that's legit art. That looks super good.
Thank you.
Where are you, in your apartment?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked, it was Alex. He said, when are you going to post your apartment tour? Apparently you were going to do that and you didn't.
Yeah, I've lived here for almost a year and I'm moving out in 2 months. So hopefully soon. It's on the calendar to do it. I'm the worst. My apartment's not even done being put together, but I am moving out in like 2 months. So hopefully soon. I think I'm going to do 1 week an apartment tour and then the next week, like a moving video, because that's probably when I'll get it done.
Yeah. Where are you moving to?
I don't know exactly where yet, but I want a house so I can have my dog and just like have some more space, like with a yard.
Yeah. You gonna move in with anybody or just your own space?
Just myself. I've talked about moving in with my sister, but I feel like that would just be a bad idea.
Yeah, I can see that being a bad idea. This is such a good question. Hads said, what makes you truly happy?
Cliche, but I'm happy when other people are happy. I like when the people around me are happy. And if I can make them happy, then that makes me feel even better.
I think that's kind of a Leo thing. We're people pleasing, but whatever. It feels good. That's what I like too. That's why I do this job, is to make other people feel good. Bella said, what was your favorite childhood moment?
I've had a lot of great experiences. I'm trying to think of like one particular thing that was like.
One day you could maybe go back and relive, if you could relive any day that you've had.
Anything I've done with my family. My family and I are so close and we had so many amazing memories together. Like, I just loved being with them all the time, and I would relive any of those moments.
I saw a tweet the other day from Doja Cat, and she was like, if you're going to interview artists, ask questions about the music. Maybe actually do that. And I'm thinking, I don't know who pissed her off. Somebody definitely did a interview. I've already kind of messed that up today, but let's talk about your music. There's a lot of questions about that too. Let me just start by asking you, why music? Because like a lot of artists feel more comfortable expressing themselves through music. They feel like that's the medium in which they can like truly express themselves. They can't do it another way. But your whole life is an open book all the time. So that's not a problem for you. What is it about music that draws you to it?
I mean, there are stories that I feel like I can't speak and tell just because I can't get the full story across, or I'm not comfortable. And music does help that. It is like therapy, and I'm able to connect with people through it, especially the stuff I have coming out next is just like, for me, it's my stories, it's my life, and I'm excited for that. I also it's been a huge part of my life. My whole life, I've been around music. I have been doing it since I was 3 years old. So now being able to do it with people watching and like a huge audience is really nice. And I'm learning a lot, and it's just so much fun.
Was there anyone specific that inspired Boy?
No, there's no one specific, but it is at most boys.
I loved Wanye doing that on his I was like, this is amazing. Days Lit said, is this your favorite one yet? I guess I mean song.
Psycho? Yes.
Psycho, yeah, Psycho.
It definitely is my favorite song that I have released. It's the first, I did a writing camp, and this is the first song to come out of it. This is one of the first songs I've written. So I'm very excited to have it out in the world.
And everyone's receiving it very well. Congratulations on that. Is there a real video coming? I've seen some things like, oh, here's the leaked video. Was that really a leaked video or something you leaked?
It was probably something I leaked, but we just finished the video 2 days ago. We did a shoot day like 2 weeks ago and got the whole video, but then we wanted to add some more like psycho touches to it. So the second half of the video we just recorded, and I think it should be out August 5th. Was
Ruby with you? Did you do it together?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what can you tell me about it? Anything? Can you describe a little bit or tell me what the experience was like?
Like high fashion, glamour shots. And then the second shoot was very like creepy, like movements and all that stuff. So it was cool. Like, because I've never really done that before, being creepy. Because like everything's always like pretty and like fun, whatever.
Yeah.
So being able to be creepy was really fun. And I'm excited to see how it turns out because I haven't seen it yet.
August 5th. Lily said, what's your favorite lyric from Psycho?
I mean, I have a bunch of favorite lines. I feel like I keep saying them. But pouring out the glitter on your new clothes is one of my favorites because I got the idea from TikTok because it was a trend to pour glitter on the clothes you were returning to an ex because it would be a mess. And that's kind of where I got the idea from. So I like the visual behind that.
Sean said, this is great. How did you feel about Ruby? I mean, what are you supposed to say? Like, oh, the shittiest experience ever. I could not believe how bad her breath was. Obviously, it was amazing, right?
No, Ruby's the sweetest. I loved working with her. And we're signed to the same record label. So that's how it all came together. And she's so sweet. And it was funny because she was like, do you get nervous during shoots? And I was like, no, I'm kind of used to it. She was like, I'm so nervous. And we were like kind of going off each other's energy while shooting and like trying to be creepy, but it was a lot of fun.
I love her so much. And her part of the song, I mean, helps really make it. Everyone wants to know what your dream collab is. I feel like that's like every other question. I feel like maybe I shouldn't ask all these because they may be questions you've answered before, but I promised I would answer the most asked question. So dream collab, who would it be?
My dream collab is probably Shawn Mendes. That was been I don't want to give different answers for everything. Everyone's going to be like, she's lying.
I have a lot of Liam Payne fans that watch the channel, and they're going to be pissed at me if I don't ask what it was like to work with him.
Insane. Like getting that opportunity was amazing. And I love Christmas. So I'm excited for the song to come around again soon. Obviously the weather doesn't change in LA too much, but like as soon as it starts getting a little colder, the song will be on. And like being able to work with him is just crazy. I mean, it's a dream.
Are you working like on a full album?
Yeah, definitely should be sometime later this year.
I know it's so hard to nail down a date, and then you give one, you don't want to give it like too early. And I totally understand that, but we're all looking forward to it. We really are. Thank you for your time. I really, really appreciate you.
Thank you so much. This was awesome. And I'm glad I got to answer some questions.
Thank you very much.
The OHP Uncut Podcast with Kannon.